Hi everyone. As you know, Stories is a movement that is dedicated into finding inspiration from the streets. What we fail to understand as a human race is that there are inspiring stories in every corner of this country, of this world. But we tend to ignore it. We tend to put it underground. And today is such an individual that I had the privilege of meeting on a very uncertain day. But he indeed changed my scope of life and my thinking of what life is. It's none other than Adhil Yahya, who is a professional accountant and who is also in the gem trade, to share his story with us today. Hi Adhil, and welcome to the podcast. So Adhil, the first thing I'd like to really capture with regards to you is how has it been growing up? I'd really like to know, how was school? How has all these past years been in order to make you who you are today?
Yeah, I have made a lot of difficulties because as an appearance wise, I have made very difficult times also. So grown up is almost okay, but in the environment it's not easy to grow. Even a normal born child. So nothing much else. So I have faced a lot of things in this world.
And in terms of school,
Schooling is normally it's almost I had more rejections
okay.
for schooling because first I went to an interview for schooling also they reject me. They reject me means it's almost my studies were very good, but the rejection was came where that I can't study with normal children. So I went to a school where the disabled.
Okay.
Yeah.
But still, you seem to always define the odds. You break the barriers.
Yes.
I think,
Definitely.
Personally, I saw you that day working out
Yeah.
In the Independence Square.
Yes.
So, what gives you this mindset that you really want to break the barriers? You want to show the world who you are.
Actually, I want to show other people that I'm also a normal man. Even this confidence gave me my parents, not anybody else, only my parents. So they are the one, not as a siblings also, not much. Only the parents will take their support and grow up.
Okay.
So parents also will be proud.
Makes a lot of sense. And in terms of your profession, you're an accountant, you're into the
Yes.
gem trade. Has it been easy stepping into these industries?
No, even in the gem trade, it's not easy to go. Even to work in a company also, it's not easy. So I run 4 companies. There are barriers. I have to handle much things. So I have to attend to meetings and everything. So most people see in a different way. They don't even think. They just want a good look and good appearance, not what is studies or educational qualification, paper qualification, nothing. They don't see anything else. They see only the look.
Okay.
In this.
And in terms of barriers, you just said that you had a lot of barriers getting into becoming an accountant. What sort of barriers, if you don't mind sharing with us?
Barriers, even starting to work to a company, that also made me very difficult. Rejection is the main. Every company's rejection is the main. Even I am qualified, they don't. There are a lot of.
Okay. And see, you mentioned a very important point with regards to your parents. And I personally believe that the support and the pillars of strength that we gain from our parents it's very important. And with God's grace, we've been lucky enough to get parents that have enabled us to achieve great heights. So, what really have your parents done to you in a personal level?
I am here today because of them.
Okay.
Everything was them. From the born and up to here, everything was them. Parents only them.
Is there something you'd like to tell to your parents, like something you'd like to, on a very personal note, share about your parents?
Nothing to tell. Even now they are happy. So I earn myself. I spend to them. Even I don't know whether normal people do that. So I do. As I am now, I am earning and spending for them. They are happy. Nothing to worry. Even they didn't think that I will come to at this level. because they tried much. Up to I think close to 18 years they were tried. So after 18 only they are like, okay, let him move.
Okay.
Let him move alone. So I moved on. Now I am almost 28 plus.
Okay. No, and like something I'd also like to touch on with regards is, you see, as a society, we have this sort of pandemic. As soon as someone is different, whether it's your weight, whether it's your size, whether it's your educational qualification or mental stability, there is a whole load of negative attention that's given to that person.
Yeah.
How have you overcome this sort of attention?
Ignore.
Ignore. Wow.
That's the one word. Ignore everything. What you can give a positive, you take it, accept it. What is coming to negativity, you ignore it. Whoever else, even the parents, even the siblings, even the cousin brothers, ignore it. Whatever that put you down, ignore it. Ignoring is the main thing.
Yeah.
If you don't ignore, you can't, even me, I can't go on the road and walk. I can't take public transport, nothing else. So staying at home, it's not. So we have to move on.
Yeah.
Ignore everything.
It makes a lot of sense, because I think the world is filled of noise.
Yes.
Every angle, every corner, noise. People.
Nobody is 100% perfect
Exactly.
in this world. Each and everybody has some person. It's look outside because he's not perfect. Somebody has the inside inner problems. So nobody is 100% perfect.
Since you brought this out, the sort of inner problems that everyone faces, something that I have also noticed is, like, when I travel in public transport, when I travel on the streets, I see some people with broad smiles, some people with overjoy, happiness, and all of that. But what I really tend to understand when I look inside them is that everyone is fighting a battle.
Yeah.
Everyone is having some sort of problem that they're trying to overcome. So what would your angle be in terms of this line?
I don't think that much. So however we have to live our life, we are already born. So we have to move on and we have to live. Whatever battle comes, we have to move on.
Yeah.
Nothing can change. At night, it cannot be changed. So step by step, we have to change it. That's all.
Yeah. Then also, Adil, like, one question with regards to fitness. So I think I got the privilege of meeting you
Yeah.
only while I was going on a jog in Independence Square, and one day I saw someone as inspiring as you, right?
Yes.
What does fitness have in your life? For example, is it a sense of like a disciplinary act, or is it something that gives you mental strength? How is it?
Mental strength.
Okay. And how does it like?
And it's like we have to be fit. We have whatever, even the size or the weight, whatever, we have to be a fit. So to dress well and whatever. Even I started working out at 2017 almost. But step by step, nothing else. But I am okay. The shape up. So no need for bulk arms or anything else. For me, it's okay. Taking a look of previous, which before the 2017 or 2015. Now I am better.
So like, you see your progress.
Yes.
You don't care
that's
about
all.
what anyone else thinks.
It's me and the mirror. That's all.
Me and the mirror. With regards to independence, see, a lot of people with these sense of traits that don't mix with society as a whole. For example, if you're different in some way or another, it's very hard to be independent.
Yes.
You always need a company. You always need someone to support you, whether it's in studies or whether it's in your daily routine. But I see you as a totally different person, and that's why you're inspiring. You have your bike. That day I was able to see it. You drove in your bike. Then you go for exercises. You are working as an accountant. You have accomplished so much. What is like, could you please explain to me, how is this independence coming? Is it something that your parents try to bestow upon you, or it's something you grew out from?
Actually, I am the one. I am the one because parents, they didn't even allow me. They didn't even allow me for public transport, and they didn't even send actually even for the shops. Small days, small times. They didn't even ask me to go out or go with friends anywhere else. At that point, I am the one brave.
This
I
was because
blame
they were worried.
Yeah, they were worried it will be a problem and you will feel difficult, and you don't understand now, you will understand later. So I want to break that. So I'm the one overcame up to here.
Yeah.
So even I fought with them, parents. I have a life. After they are not here, I have a life to go on. Everyone has the life. So I have to run my family, whatever. Even I am disabled or able or whatever, everyone has their own life. So nobody will come. It's only us, only me.
Yeah.
That's nobody will save our life. We have to save our life.
So thank you. I think that was a very in-depth answer. Also, I'd like to really ask from you, what are some misconceptions and stereotypes that you would like to address? Like what people have or general society have, this sense of stereotypes they have. Okay, when they see this person, they already in their mind it's fixated, okay, this person is this, right? So what are some of them that you'd like to address and put out there?
Address, there is nothing to address.
Okay, so like in terms of, for an example, you see, like to obviously come out and break these barriers, to be very stable in life, obviously you've got some support from your community, from your family, like you mentioned before.
Yeah.
To someone who does not have that support, what would your advice be? Someone who has a similar sort of situation,
Yes.
but who does not have this support.
They have to come their own.
They have to be independent. Come
Yeah.
on them. Is there anything else that you'd like to add? And try to...
Not much. Even everybody has to come their own. Nobody will support. Parents will just stay back of us, but we have to come over. They will not always come with us also. So we have to come over. We are the one.
Yeah. You telling that, I think, see, you've repeated this fact about how we are the captains of our own ship, and this brings me to light to this very famous poem by William Ernest Henley. It's called Invictus. He says, "It matters not how straight the gate, how filled with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate, I am the captain of my soul." That means whatever happens, ultimately you steer your life.
Yes.
You have to, sort of make your own route.
Yeah.
So I think you've been a true example who exemplifies this sort of notions. So I think it definitely would be an inspiration. Also, are there like another angle I'd like to touch on is that, has there been any particular moment in your life where you felt accomplished or empowered despite these societal barriers, where you felt like, okay, I have done something great? Has there been any moment like that in your life?
Even though I am living, I am already like complete. Nothing much to tell. Even now you all are having this. Even though that's also okay, I'm complete.
So what are your dreams and aspirations in life? What would you like to see yourself in another 10, 20 years achieve?
Live a good life.
Live a good life. Simple as that. Makes a lot of sense. And what advice would you give to young people with dwarfism who might be struggling with self-acceptance and also facing discrimination? What advice would you give to any young person out there?
Trust yourself. Try to overcome. Ignore. Take positive. Whatever, take positive, and change your life. Neglect whatever the rejection. Rejection makes you perfect. Rejection is the main. Learn from mistake. That's all.
From mistakes. Thank you. I think that's see, everything that you stated today, Adil, and I'm being very honest here, has a lot of depth, and I think it's something that society as a whole needs to really think about. And like you said, it's you and the mirror, right? And sometimes it's your mirror of thought. You must think about what you do on a daily basis. Think about what you want to talk to people, how you respect one another. So what is your idea with regards to respect? Because I feel that society in general, as much as there is respect, there is lack of respect towards one another. So what would your advice and suggestion?
Respect everybody, even abnormal or whoever. Everybody's a humans. Even you respect the animals. You don't harm them. You don't harm the humans or animals. Even the tree you can't harm. It's all created by Allah. It's all creation. You can't even point them the mistakes also. They have their own life. You don't. Nobody has faced their difficulties. Each and everyone have their own life. So that's all.
Thank you. So just the final few sort of angles that I'd like to get from you and your advice and your sort of suggestions, right? How do you envision a more inclusive and understanding society for people with dwarfism and other disabilities? How do you see a country, let's say Sri Lanka, in another 5 or 10 years, where you see everyone, irrespective of what sort of background, religion, race, culture, or any sorts of disability? How do you see this sort of society where everyone is inclusive and united? Do you see it as something that might happen, or?
It might happen.
So you trust that it will happen?
It will happen.
And what do you think would be the core or the main thing of that society?
No idea.
No idea. So just hoping and praying that it does happen. Okay, so final question, Adhil, and I think with this we can wrap up. We've had a very insightful discussion with you, and we thank you for your time. In one sentence, what message would you want to leave to the world? You can take your time. There is no pressure. In one sentence, what message would you like to leave behind to the world?
Trust yourself.
Trust yourself.
Trust
Simple
yourself.
as that.
Nobody saves you. You have your own life. Move on.
Move on. So I think with that, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we've had a very in-depth discussion with Adhil Yahya, who is an accountant, who is into the gem trade industry, and who has really broken the barriers of what society would in general try to put on to people as a whole. It's something that we can ponder upon. It's something that we can think about. We can think about the many indifferences that we've felt despite being privileged, despite having a roof above our head. And we can think about how we can make this society a better place. So thank you so much. And again, thank you, Adhil, so much for your time. We really are honored to have you here. And we wish you the very best in your life. And we hope that, like you stated, one day you will just live life and enjoy.
Yes.
So thank you, guys. And we hope to see you in the next Stories podcast.
Thank you.